Are you regularly having problems in your relationship? Does it feel like you and your partner end up in the same fights over and over again? According to leading psychologists, relationships can become strained because of a lack of boundaries. Well-defined boundaries can keep your relationships robust and healthy, and if these boundaries aren't established, they could cause severe long-term damage to your relationships. It doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship. By the end of this video, you'll learn the 6 most important boundaries to consider in your relationships to keep things running smoothly and maintain a healthy relationship. If you're new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and leave a comment below saying "I subscribed." We'll do our best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. Number 6. Physical boundaries. Your body, privacy, and personal space are all examples of physical boundaries. You may enjoy or be uncomfortable with public displays of affection. For example, if your partner kisses you in public and you're uncomfortable, you must inform them. Sharing your preferences and expectations may be difficult, but failing to do so may make you feel disrespected. However, in some cases, it may be more difficult. Sharing your personal boundaries can help you and your partner improve your relationship. Understand what you are and are not comfortable with, and communicate this to your partner. Set a time limit for yourself to unwind after work before socializing with others. This will keep you from feeling exhausted because it allows you to prioritize your needs. You could say, "I need 15 minutes to unwind after work before we invite the neighbors over. If you invite them over before I've had a chance to relax, I'll go relax in private, and you'll have to entertain them until I return." Number 5. Emotional boundaries. You must be in touch with your feelings in order to establish emotional boundaries. Healthy emotional boundaries necessitate understanding where you end and your partner begins. If your partner is upset and you notice yourself feeling the same way, a boundary may be necessary. Take note of times when you feel guilty, ashamed, upset, or undervalued. Setting boundaries may be required if you notice these feelings emerging in relation to specific issues or situations. If you are upset and your partner tries to make you feel better, you may feel as if your partner isn't listening to you. Your partner may be attempting to assist you, but this only adds to your frustration. A boundary might be useful here. You could say that when I'm upset, I want you to listen to me without attempting to solve the problem. Sometimes I just need to vent about the problem and that's it. When you try to solve problems, I don't feel heard. I'll let you know if I need your advice. Emotional boundaries are about being clear on what is and what isn't yours to feel or fix. Your emotions and emotional well-being are under your control, regardless of what is going on for the other person. These boundaries allow us to show empathy without absorbing the other person's feelings. In the end, emotional boundaries in relationships are about preserving our uniqueness. We all have our own thoughts and feelings, and we can care for one another without losing sight of our own identity. Number 4. Intellectual boundaries. Intellectual boundaries include ideas and beliefs. Boundaries around showing respect for different points of view and ideas can keep your feelings from being hurt. Talking down to someone or treating them as if they are not intelligent enough to understand what you're trying to say can harm your emotional intimacy. If you feel you can't discuss certain topics with your partner because you believe they don't respect your opinion or put you down, a boundary may be necessary. You may feel hurt or disturbed if you are scared to offer your thoughts or ideas because of your partner's replies. Though your partner calls you names when you disagree with them or have a different political viewpoint, you may feel as if they do not appreciate your opinions or beliefs. Setting a barrier around this might help you to express yourself honestly. You may remark, "It bothers me when we differ on politics, and you tell me my point of view is incorrect. It makes me feel as though you don't value my opinions. If you continue to state that my opinion is incorrect, I will remind you not to and cease the conversation." Everyone has their own set of beliefs, ideas, and values. Intellectual boundaries enable us to respect one another's differing points of view. This is important so that you don't expect people in your relationships to share or adopt all of your opinions. Even if you disagree with your coworkers or loved ones, you must be able to express your thoughts and feelings. Number 3. Time boundaries. Because we've proven that having a life outside of your relationship is good, you won't be able to spend 100% of your time with your partner, as you should not be asked to. Time boundary violations are easily detected if your partner becomes furious when you tell them you won't be able to spend time with them. Setting boundaries in a relationship may be as easy as sending a text that says, "I'm busy, therefore I won't be able to attend that event." Setting these limits will be easy when there is mutual respect and time spent outside of the partnership. A consistent breach of these, on the other hand, would leave you feeling smothered. At the same time boundaries in a relationship must focus on ensuring that a couple spends some quality time together on a consistent basis. Dr. Bonsall says that when couples come in for therapy because one or both partners are unable to make time for the relationship, she usually uses a 0-hour assignment. The concept is simple: make an effort to spend time with one's partner. However, this simple act conveys love, respect, dignity, and compassion. Number 2. Financial boundaries. Discussing finances can be somewhat difficult at times, but we all know they are necessary. You and your partner undoubtedly already talk about money. Perhaps you have joint accounts or are saving for a vacation. Money, on the other hand, is an issue in other relationships. If your pals are often going out to costly restaurants, for example, you may need to establish a limit on how much money you're willing to spend. The same holds true for employees who invite you to lunch or happy hour. Consider your financial objectives and be prepared to disclose your financial relationship limits. Financial boundaries are all about money. Boundaries surrounding joint versus separate accounts, how much the two of you will contribute to savings, what purchases you want to make, and how much money the two of you will want to keep for yourselves, may help keep you and your partner on the same page when it comes to finances. Different standards and objectives for where and how you spend your money might put a strain on your relationship. If you feel like you and your partner often end up fighting about money, then you probably need boundaries. Discussions about your financial goals ahead of time can keep money from becoming a source of contention. If you agree to put money into a separate fund to pay for a vacation and your partner does not contribute, you may be disappointed. A boundary around this can be beneficial. You might say, "I want to go on a nice vacation with you, but in order for that to happen, we both need to contribute to the vacation fund. If you tell me when and how much you're putting into the fund, I'll match it." Number 1. Sexual boundaries. Sexual boundaries are the expectations you have for physical intimacy. What is and isn't sexually acceptable for you? Boundaries should be discussed regarding frequency, sexual comments, unwanted sexual touch, expectations regarding others' involvement in your sex life, and which sexual acts are preferred or off-limits. Mutual agreement, mutual consent, and an understanding of each other's sexual limits and desires are all signs of healthy sexual boundaries. If you have been sexually abused in the past and are triggered in specific situations, a sexual boundary is required. If you are reminded of a traumatic incident, you may wish to avoid sexual contact with your partner. Setting boundaries around what is comfortable for you helps keep your sexual life healthy and pleasant. You may argue that I have difficulty enjoying a certain sexual position because it reminds me of a terrible event. I need to avoid that position if I want to enjoy sex. I'll let you know if a situation starts bothering me so we can adjust accordingly. It is very important to establish and discuss sexual boundaries in your relationship as soon as possible. Before a severe trauma response is triggered and you or your partner find themselves in a place you can't go back from. To build successful personal boundaries, you must first understand yourself, then express your boundaries to others, and then follow through on the consequences. Boundaries are for and about you. They are about honoring your needs in your relationship. When you are uncomfortable about anything in your relationship but don't speak out and share it with your partner, resentment might develop. Boundaries make your relationship work better. When you notice that you are being disrespected, taken advantage of, or hurt, you should think about how establishing a boundary might help. Knowing and respecting your own personal limits and needs can help to improve and sustain your relationships, romantic and otherwise. Now you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you how to become a person everyone respects in 12 easy steps. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.